Good afternoon. It's Wednesday the 6th of April, and what am I doing today in the garden? Well, I'm doing a bit of an experiment. I've watched Baking Soda Brenton growing potatoes in pots. Now he does potato reveals, which I'm not going to even go near. Far too technical. So all I want to do is see if I can grow potatoes in plastic buckets. And what I'm doing is I've got this multi-purpose compost, and I'm filling each of these buckets half full, and then I'm putting a sprinkling of this stuff here, slow release organic fertilizer for strong roots, and it's bone meal. You can get all sorts of different combinations of fish bone meal or fish blood or whatever it is, and other types of blood, but I've just gone for the bone meal because it was cheapest. So that's what I'm doing. I'm filling these up, and then I'm going to add a handful of bone meal, and then I'm going to top the whole thing up with compost once again. I forgot to mention that you need drainage out of these plastic pots, so I have about 3 holes punched, and in fact there's a big hole in that one. I have about 3 holes punched in most of these, and some of them actually come with holes, which is really good. Even in this big one, you know, I've got a big whack crack in here. You have to have drainage, folks. There's the 3 holes in this one, you can see them. If you don't have drainage, the potato will just get too much water, too wet. And folks, this is actually the time to grow seed potatoes. Now, how many seed potatoes will I put into each of these? Well, the big green one, I might even get away with 3. The smaller ones, that one there, it'll definitely be a 1, and I might even stick to 1 with most of the rest. I might put 2 into one of them to see how it goes. What is the advantage of growing potatoes in plastic buckets like this? Well, it means that if you live in a wee terrace house in the middle of Belfast and you've got a yard, it means that you can grow potatoes in your backyard. Yeah. Get hold of 5 or 6 of these plastic buckets. You probably have 3 or 4 already, and get some compost, get some blood bone meal or fish bone meal or whatever, and fill them up half, put your bone meal in, and then fill them up to the top. Oh, don't forget to put your seed potato in, and water in, and you know, if it's an open backyard, you'll get rain, but you know, you need to watch that it doesn't, the potato doesn't dry out. And 4 months later, you should have a crop of potatoes, and you won't have any wireworm. So there you go. So there's 17 buckets, half full of compost with holes in the bottom, and also with bone meal scattered and mixed into it. And the next thing we need to do is obviously plant the seed potatoes in. I'm reckoning, maybe one to each bucket. The green bucket over there, maybe 2, 3. But I'm going to need more buckets because I've got 40 seed potatoes. Anyway, upward and onward. Get the seed potatoes now, and I'm letting the chits of the seed potatoes grow hopefully about an inch before I plant them, and then I'm going to reduce them to about 3 because I don't want all their power going out into multiple potatoes. I want them to go out maybe three root systems. And I'm back with you. It's Monday the 11th of April, and I've waited as long as I want to wait for these chits to grow on my seed potatoes. And I've got a variety of seed potatoes here, and knowing me, I'll probably get them all mixed up. So here they all are. And I'm going to plant them out in a bucket. And here's my first lot of 8 potatoes. I don't even know the name of these. So you can see that I've got the chits pointing upwards, and they're ready to go. I need to cover these. And I've got my compost to cover them right up to the top. And that's my first 8 buckets in, and I've dated them so as I know when 4 months has gone by that it's probably the time to lift them, or I can start lifting them from then. And we'll see what these boyos produce. I have another lot of spuds still to plant. I've watered them as well. And of course, I remind you that you need drainage holes at the bottom of these buckets. You don't want the potatoes getting waterlogged. And in the end, I stuck to 1 potato per bucket. With the larger tubs, I'll hazard 2. And I've just remembered that these 8 buckets are home guard.